We find ourselves in a peculiar moment, don't we? The year is 2026, and the world of whiskey, a world I've known and loved for decades, seems to be spinning on an axis of pure, unadulterated hype. It's a landscape driven by frantic whispers of scarcity, where the value of a bottle is too often measured not by the liquid within, but by the difficulty of its acquisition. We're told a story of rarity, of astronomical prices, and we're meant to believe that this is the pinnacle of the craft. But I find myself questioning this narrative, this relentless pursuit of the unobtainable. So many of these bottles, these so-called unicorns, have become little more than symbols of status. They sit on shelves, gathering dust, their corks unpulled, their stories untold. They are trophies, yes, but trophies of what? Of having the right connection, of winning a lottery, of paying an absurd premium on the secondary market. The true purpose of whiskey, to be shared, to be savored, to connect us to a time and a place, feels increasingly lost in this clamor. The liquid itself, the very soul of the bottle, has become an afterthought. That is why we're here today. Not to tear down legends, but to look beyond the noise, to find the genuine heart of whiskey once more. I want to talk to you about 5 whiskeys that, in my humble opinion, have become overhyped and overpriced. And for each one, I'll offer an alternative, a dram that delivers on the promise of flavor, of character, and of value. A dram that reminds us what this journey is truly all about. Let's begin. Ah, Pappy. The name itself is a legend, whispered in hushed, reverent tones in bars from Kentucky to Kyoto. Pappy Van Winkle. For many, it is the holy grail of bourbon, the absolute summit of American whiskey making. The 15, the 20, the mythical 23-year-old expressions. These are bottles that people will spend years and small fortunes trying to acquire. And let me be clear, it is a magnificent whiskey. The craftsmanship is undeniable, a beautiful symphony of aged oak, caramel, and spice. I have been fortunate enough to taste it, and it is a profound experience. But here is the difficult truth we must confront. The story of Pappy is no longer just about the liquid. It is a story of hype so immense, so all-consuming, that it has dwarfed the whiskey itself. The price you pay today, whether at retail lottery or, heaven forbid, on the secondary market, is not for the taste alone. You are paying for the name, for the myth, for the sheer, maddening impossibility of it all. Does the flavor of that 23-year-old justify a price tag that could buy you a small car? For me, the answer is a resounding no. It has become a phantom, a ghost of a whiskey, that is more talked about than it is ever truly enjoyed. So, where do we turn? If you seek that rich, complex, and deeply satisfying character, I urge you to look towards Old Forester 1920 Prohibition style. It's a powerhouse of a bourbon brimming with dark chocolate, cherry, and a beautiful warming spice that echoes the complexity of much older whiskeys. Or consider Maker's Mark 46. It takes the classic wheated profile we love and elevates it with custom French oak staves, adding layers of vanilla and caramel that are simply exquisite. These are not just alternatives, they are exceptional whiskeys in their own right, available, affordable, and waiting to be opened. The Macallan. It is a name synonymous with luxury, with a certain kind of Scottish prestige. For generations, it has been the benchmark for sherry-matured single malt, its reputation built on a foundation of quality and consistency. The deep amber hue of the 12-year-old, whether it be the sherry oak or the double cask, is an invitation, a promise of richness and depth. Its marketing is flawless, painting a picture of ancient traditions, of priceless sherry casks sourced from the finest bodegas in Spain. It is, by all accounts, a very fine dram. But the Macallan of 2026 is also a masterclass in brand positioning. The price on that bottle of 12-year-old has steadily climbed, pushed ever upward by its association with older, rarer, and astronomically expensive releases. It has become the entry-level luxury item, the first step on a ladder that leads to the stratosphere of collecting. You are paying a significant premium for that name, for the sleek packaging, and for the powerful marketing machine that whispers success with every sip. The liquid is good, but is it good? Is it truly the king of the sherry-matured 12-year-olds? I believe there are other more deserving claimants to that throne. I would ask you to seek out a bottle of Glendronach 12-year-old. Here is a distillery that has for years quietly championed the sherry cask without the fanfare. The liquid, is rich, unctuous, and unapologetically sherried, with notes of raisin, dark fruit, and Christmas cake that feel more robust and authentic. Alternatively, there is Aberlour 12 Double Cask Matured. It offers a wonderful balance of sherry sweetness and malty depth, often at a price that feels far more honest. These whiskeys don't just compete with the Macallan. In the humble opinion of this old storyteller, they often surpass it, delivering a richer, more profound character for your hard-earned money. There was a time, not so long ago, when Japanese whiskey was a secret shared among enthusiasts. It was a world of elegance, of balance, of a meticulous attention to detail that was simply breathtaking. At the forefront was Yamazaki, particularly its 12-year-old expression. It was a revelation, a delicate dance of tropical fruit, Mizunara oak spice, and a gentle wisp of incense. It was accessible, it was beautiful, and it opened the eyes of the world to the artistry of Japanese distilling. It was, in a word, sublime. But the world caught on, and when the world catches on, the frenzy begins. Awards were won, demand exploded, and suddenly, that beautiful bottle of Yamazaki 12 became a collector's item. The price didn't just climb, it launched into orbit. And as for its older siblings, the 18 and 25-year-olds, they have become the stuff of myth, traded for sums that defy all logic. The focus has shifted from the quiet contemplation in the glass to the frantic chase for the bottle. The soul of Yamazaki, its delicate balance and serene complexity, is being lost in the clamor of the auction house. But the spirit of Japanese whiskey is not lost. You simply have to know where to look. Consider the magnificent Nikka from the barrel. It is a bold, complex and powerful blend, bottled at cask strength, that delivers an astonishing depth of flavor for its price. It is a master class in the blender's art, or seek out Hakushu 12, Yamazaki's sibling from the forests of the Japanese Alps. It offers a completely different, yet equally compelling experience. Green, herbaceous and with a gentle, beautiful peat smoke. And do not overlook distilleries like Mars Shinshu. Their Iwai tradition is a wonderfully balanced and flavorful whiskey that captures the essence of Japanese craftsmanship without the punishing price tag. The rising sun of Japanese whiskey still shines brightly, just not always where the crowd is looking. There is an undeniable romance to Blanton's single barrel, isn't there? The unique, almost grenade-like bottle. The little horse and jockey stopper, each one in a different pose, spelling out the brand's name if you collect them all. The very idea of a single barrel. A whiskey bottled from one individual cask, with no blending to smooth its edges, is inherently special. It speaks of uniqueness, of a singular moment in time captured in glass. And for a long time, Blanton's was the accessible face of that concept. A wonderful introduction to the nuances of single-barrel bourbon. But that collectability, the chase for the 8 different stoppers, has become its defining feature. It has created a level of hype that the bourbon inside, good as it is, struggles to justify. Finding a bottle on the shelf at its suggested price is now a rare event. It is allocated, hunted, and flipped on the secondary market for 2, 3, sometimes 4 times its worth. The conversation around Blanton's is no longer about the subtle differences between barrels, the notes of citrus and caramel, but about which letter is on the stopper and how difficult it was to find. The horse is out of the barn, and the focus is on the chase, not the ride. If what you truly desire is the robust, undiluted character of a great single-barrel bourbon, there are far better saddles to jump into. I would point you directly to Russell's Reserve Single Barrel. Selected by the legendary distillers Jimmy and Eddie Russell, these barrels are consistently excellent, offering a bold, spicy, and deeply complex profile that is the epitome of Great Wild Turkey bourbon. Or, for a classic Kentucky profile, look no further than Knob Creek Single Barrel Reserve. Bottled at a hearty 120 proof, it is a rich, oaky, and powerful bourbon that delivers an incredible experience, often for less than the retail price of Blanton's. These are not just placeholders, they are the true standard bearers of the single-barrel experience today. The story of Weller is a curious one. For years, Weller's Special Reserve, the one with the green label, was a humble, bottom-shelf wheated bourbon. It was good, reliable, and incredibly affordable. But then, the secret got out. Weller is made with the very same mash bill as the legendary Pappy Van Winkle. It is, in essence, Pappy's much younger, less aged cousin. That single piece of information lit a fuse. and the entire Weller line, the Special Reserve, the Antique 107, the 12-year, the full proof, exploded in a supernova of hype. This scarcity feels manufactured. The bourbon that once sat collecting dust is now allocated, trickled out to stores in tiny quantities, creating a frenzy that benefits only the secondary market. The Antique 107, a once wonderful and accessible high-proof wheater, now commands prices that are simply ludicrous for what it is. People are paying Pappy-adjacent prices for a whiskey whose main claim to fame is its relation to Pappy. The quality is there, yes, particularly in the 107 and 12-year, but the value proposition has been completely eroded by this wave of manufactured demand. We are chasing a ghost, a reflection of another whiskey's fame. Let us step away from this madness and find the true value in wheated bourbon. If you love that softer, sweeter profile, I implore you to try Rebel 10-year wheated bourbon. It offers the age and complexity that people chase in Weller 12, but it's a distinct and beautiful whiskey in its own right. For those who love the power of Antique 107, Larceny Barrel Proof is the answer. It is a bold, flavorful, uncut and unfiltered wheater that consistently delivers. And let's not forget other paths to value. Eagle Rare 10 offers a decade of age and wonderful complexity for a fraction of the price of Weller 12. Or, for a consistently brilliant pour, you can never go wrong with a Four Roses single barrel. These are the bottles that reward the drinker, not the hunter. So, where does this leave us? It leaves us at a crossroads, with a choice to make. We can continue down this path of hype, chasing the same few bottles as everyone else, paying inflated prices for bragging rights. Or we can choose a different path, a path where flavor is our guide, not rarity. A path where the story we care about is the one told by the liquid in our glass, not the one told by an auction website. The true joy of whiskey is in the discovery, in the quiet moments of appreciation. I encourage you, I urge you, to be adventurous. Walk past the empty shelf where the allocated bottles used to be and look for something new. Explore the under-the-radar distilleries that are pouring their heart and soul into every drop. Ask the person at your local shop about their store picks, single barrels chosen specifically for their unique and outstanding character. This is where the real value lies. This is where you will find whiskeys that are not just good, but truly memorable for a price that feels honest and fair. Save your money. Save it for the bottles that are truly special to you. Not because a magazine or a blogger told you they were, but because you tasted them and they moved you. A truly great whiskey is a personal experience, a memory waiting to be made. Don't waste your time and resources chasing the bottles everyone else wants. Instead, spend your time finding the ones that you will love, the ones you will share, and the ones whose stories will become a part of your own. Slainte Mahath.